Hey Fragrance family, I'm David, I'm a fragrance pro. Welcome to another episode of 5 Fragrances You Should Buy. This time, the Bond number 9 edition, part 2 of my 2-part video talking about the best scents of Bond number 9. So today I'm going to continue with the next 5 best fragrances from Bond number 9, plus an additional one. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's start with the extra one, and that is Bleecker Street. And Bleecker Street is another one that I think whenever people think of Bond number 9, they think of New Harlem, and I think also Bleecker Street. Bleecker Street is a great scent that is so unique from many fragrances out there. It's hard to find a scent like this. It's a really dark green scent with some dark fruity qualities about it. There's violet and there's blackcurrant and there's some other notes in there. It's hard to explain because it doesn't fit in one category. It kind of sits in between categories, which I think is one of its strong points. It's blended very well, and as I said, it's so unique. It's kind of weird and great and eccentric and just fabulous. It is beastly on my skin, and I get easily 12 hours of longevity, and that's pushing it far. So it is really, really strong on me. Definitely go check this one out. This is one of the easy ones to recommend from Bond. Next is Silver Factory by Bond number 9. This one is an incense and amber-based scent that I really, really enjoy. When I first heard about this, I heard it from Tim Sweatkoff, which is one of the first fragrance reviewers on YouTube, and he talked about how weird it was. So I immediately had to try it, but I actually really like it. Definitely incense and definitely amber, so if you like those two, definitely try it out. It has other things in there as well that add to the ambery, sappy, incensey quality. It's just a really fascinating, interesting amber, so definitely check it out. Next is bondnumber9.com, and when this first came out a few years ago, people were immediately comparing it to Aventus. I think mostly because of pineapple. I've said this before, but any fragrance that has pineapple is immediately susceptible to the Aventus phenomenon, which is they're just going to compare it to Aventus just because it has pineapple. Ultimately, what I think the community landed on, and we did as well, we have a review of this, it's not like Aventus. It has some Aventus-like qualities. It has pineapple, and it has some of the notes that Aventus has. It doesn't go quite as far into the darker qualities that Aventus does. Because of that, I think it is a safer alternative to Aventus. Some people don't like Aventus for a few different reasons, one of them because of just the way Aventus has those darker notes. If you're one of those people and you want just kind of a safer alternative to Aventus, definitely check out bondnumber9.com. Next is Riverside Drive, and this one is an interesting one because I'm not exactly sure how to categorize this one. It's herbal, and it's citrusy, and it's floral. It's all of those things, but it's not one of those things exclusively. So it has basil in there, which is the primary note I get out of it, and it is brilliant. The basil in there is snappy and herbal and just wonderful. Then there's pineapple in there, which brings that tart sweetness, fruity quality that you get out of it. Then there's violet in there, which kind of rounds it off and adds a kind of a sweet floral note in there. It's a wonderful scent with a lot of contrast that I think is brilliant. If you like basil at all, you've got to try this. Another fragrance that I wish I had. I've got to get one of these. And no, it doesn't smell like Aventus. Next is Scent of Peace for Him. And this one was another one that has pineapple in it. And it was also compared to Aventus, but it doesn't smell like Aventus. This is one of their newer ones, and I think is a really fantastic fresh scent. If you smelled Sauvage by Dior, but were underwhelmed by the simplicity of the fragrance, definitely check out Scent for Peace. I think it's kind of an upscale version of Sauvage, and definitely some more complex elements. There's a citrusy element, which obviously comes from pineapple. Then there's blackcurrant, which adds a whole layer of juiciness on top of the pineapple. But there's also juniper berries, which is a great contrast, and it adds a kind of a textural contrast to the fragrance. And then there's a woody base. It's a really great fragrance that I think is really wearable, really likable, really likable. I have a review of this up here. I got a ton of compliments from it when I wore it for the short time that I had it. Definitely go check out Scent for Peace. My last choice is I Love New York for All. Now, of course, you've all seen the t-shirts, I Love New York. It's an iconic staple of New York City, and Bond number 9 made a bunch of I Love New York fragrances. They made a him, and then a hers, and then For All, which is a unisex scent. I think this is the best one of the bunch that I've smelled. And this is a gourmand fragrance that has a lot of food notes like cocoa and vanilla and coffee. Also has chestnut and then leather and then patchouli and woody notes. Ultimately, it's a very rich, chocolatey, nutty, coffee-like scent that is beautiful. Another scent that I really want to have. It's delicious and is one of their best. So thanks for watching this video. Of course, thank you to Fragrance X for sponsoring this video. I'll have links down below to all the fragrances I've mentioned. You can get those from Fragrance X. Fragrance X is an online fragrance reseller with thousands of legitimate fragrances at a reduced price. I'll have a link down below to where you can get those, of course, and then a coupon as well. So what do you think of all these Bond number 9 fragrances? Do you like them, love them, hate them? Which ones do you like? Which ones are your favorites? Let me know down in the comments. And of course, if you haven't already, please like and subscribe down below. I love you for it. I'll see you next time. I'm David the Fragrance Bros. Bye. Thanks everyone for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to check out my other channel, Beast Made Reviews, where me and a friend review high quality products for men. You might like it. Go check it out.